So hello again, we will be exploring the human heart. Would anybody like to volunteer? Has anyone got a heart they'd like to give us to explore and learn about? Thought not. So we'll not use a real one then. We will just use a model. So for this model to work, all you need is 3 bottles of the same size. These are just empty water bottles that are the same size. In the one in the middle, I've cut 2 holes. That's the tricky bit really. You'll need some help with that. So you need 2 holes in the top of the bottle in the middle. There's 1 hole in the top of this one, and we could put a cap with a hole in this one. It's up to you. It tends to stay in okay because there's not a lot of water pushing it back out again. You also need some straws, some bendy straws. And what you do is you push one straw into the other straw. I've taped them in position because I keep this set up and I use it quite a lot. And you just push one end of the straw into the bottle, connect the other end to another straw and push that end into the other bottle so that they're all connected. And then once you've got this set up, you then need some water in these 2 bottles, okay? I've coloured it red because it's a model of blood. It's the circulatory system, it's a model of the heart, so therefore it would be blood that's contained in it and blood that's moving around. So I've coloured it red just to help with just ordinary food colouring. In fact, I think I used ink for this because I didn't have any red food colouring. But you can use any colouring at all. You could put paint in there or ink. It's just so that you can see the movement really. So once you've set that up, you could pause this for a second, go and collect all your equipment, get it ready, and then we'll move on. So these represent the ventricles in the heart, they represent rather the chambers in the heart. So we've got the atrium and the ventricle, the 2 main chambers of the heart. This represents the rest of the body, okay? Now what the straws, the reason we need the straws connecting is, the straws will play a very important role. These act like the valves in the circulatory system, the valves of the heart, and they are very important. If you didn't have the valves, what would happen? Every time the heart pumps, the water, the blood is actually shooting all over the place in this one. It's coming back up the tube, up the straw, it's pushing across there. It's just a big chaotic mess and it's not working properly, and hardly any has made it to the rest of the body, which is where we want it to go. We want it to carry that oxygenated blood around the body so that you can move and you can do things, and we want it to take back all the contaminants and the toxins from the body. So it's not actually getting to the body at the moment. So if you take your radial pulse by putting your 2 fingers on your wrist, you should be able to feel it going dum, dum, dum. And that represents every beat of the heart. The heart is a really powerful muscle and it's working all the time. It contracts and then it relaxes and it pushes the blood around the heart, and the valves regulate where it goes. Oh, it's going to the body, now it's going to the other chamber in the heart, now it's going back to the body again. And you can, now you've taken your pulse and you know that rhythm, you can model that rhythm from your model heart. So I'm going to try and get my blood to go into the other chamber. Can you see that? It's just starting to leak a bit, so I just need a little bit more tape on there. So that valve worked really well. It stopped the blood going back where it shouldn't be going, and it just made it go that way. Now I want it to go to my toe. So I'm going to sort the valve out that's taking it to the other chamber in the heart, and the pump is pushing it to my big toe. Can you see that? Whoops. You might need 2 hands, 2 people to help you with this, but that's how it works. So back to the other ventricle in the heart, back to the part of the body. Can you see that? That's how the valves work in the body. They're very, very, very important, because when the blood leaves the heart, it's under immense pressure and it's pushing it out. That muscle is pushing it through the artery under so much pressure, and it would just go all over the place and be a big mess like you've just seen, without the importance of these valves regulating and organising. Your job is to successfully set this up. What I think you should do is set yourself the challenge. Can you make it all go into the body? Then, using the valves, can you get it to go back into the chambers of the heart? Can you regulate it so it goes to the body and then it goes to the other chamber in the heart? Can you research what the chambers are? Can you research what these valves are called? Can you take a picture or draw a diagram of this model heart and label all the parts and write an explanation of how the heart works? What is it, and how does it manage to get the blood all around your body successfully without it all flowing back into the heart again? So that's your challenge.